It's a very good afternoon to all of our on-course patrons at the KBRC on this 7-race program on a Sunday afternoon, to all of our Sky Active viewers and Sky International viewers as well here. Race number 1 is a pay 1-2, 7 horses to go around in the Lakes Electrical Distributors Kalgoorlie maiden over 1100 metres. We start our preview with number 1, Justinian, who's only having his second run in Kalgoorlie for Gary Bowen. At his first race start, he was beaten 12.5 lengths by Wanacracker at 20-1. Today he'll go around a 40-1 outsider in this 7-horse field. Number 2, Royal Accolade, one of the more interesting runners in this race, is a first starter for Josh Brown. He's here today with a set of winkers on, parading around there really nicely for B-Hubs, expecting that he goes well here today. He's on the freshen, hasn't raced since the 14th of February when beaten 9.5 lengths. He didn't come up last preparation, but some of his race form behind See You at the Sessions and Lost City, who raced around yesterday at Belmont Park, would be good enough to win this. Currently a $5 chance here. Paddy Carberry riding for Josh Brown. Number 3, 50 Words, a month between runs for John Lugg. Lisa Staples takes the ride here, goes around with the clerk of the course in the mounting yard. A 5-year-old by Ridden Tycoon at start number 13, yet to run a placing, improving into the preparation but still will be rough here, currently a $23 chance. Number 4, Excellentia, is on debut here, a My Admiration 4-year-old trained by Paul Tapper. Christy Bennett's aboard here today for the first start. Unraced so far, has had a few trials and has looked okay in a couple of those. Not popular in betting though, now out to a $19 chance, or pushing $20 now should I say. Barrier number 1 will help, the shades are on for the debut and Paul Tapper's yard's been going well all season. Number 5, Bronte's Dream. This is our favourite, currently $1.85. Chanel Cooper riding for Peter Fernie. They combined with the first winner last week in Bulbeck and they're looking to reproduce here 7 days later. This mare ran second behind the stablemate Secret Attire when gunned down late over the 1200. Comes back to 1100 metres here and should be in front for a long, long way. Goes around odds on in race number 1. Number 5, Bronte's Dream. Number 6, Brazen Empress, first start for Peter Fernie's yard, formerly with Grant and Alana Williams, where she had 7 starts and placed on 2 occasions. One of those placings was behind the very sharp Call of Duty in a maiden at Bunbury, where she went around a $9 chance and finished second. She then finished 3 1/4 lengths off Star Rating, who went around in races like the WA Oaks, Natasha Stakes, and then ran into Forever Boy, who was competitive in Saturday grade. So the form is there for this Safeguard 3-year-old to go well. Natasha Faithfull rides for Peter Fernie from an inside draw. Number 6 at $3.40 is Brazen Empress. The last horse to preview here is number 7, Mariah, who has her first start for Brett Drury's yard, given 3 starts down in the metro area by Mitch Pateman and now transferred up to the Goldfields. Brett Drury takes the blinkers off, put a set of visors on instead, and calls on the services of a very informed Lucy Fiore. The last 3 runs, the only 3 runs in her life, have been over 1400 and 1500. Back here today at 1100 metres. We'll see how she goes. A $9 chance ahead of race number 1. My numbers in race number 1 are 5, 6, 2 and 4. I'm going to go with Bronte's Dream to lead and win here. She certainly put up the white flag in the last 100 metres last week, but this is 100 metres shorter, which I think is quite important. Number 6, Brazen Empress, the newcomer to the region, a danger from just off the speed. 2, Royal Accolade, a big watch first start for Josh Brown. And 4 in Excellentia, who's only making the debut today, but the market says probably looking for something a little bit further or maybe even a little bit easier. My numbers in the opener are 5, 6, 2 and 4, 4 minutes away from race number 1. Bronte's Dream is $1.80, Brazen Empress $3.50, $5 Royal Accolade, $9.50 for Mariah, 21 Excellentia, 26 50 Words, and 40-1 for Justinian. Our race caller today, as always, is Royce Newton. His numbers in the first are 5, 2, 6 and 7, so we're both aboard Bronte's Dream to go and break her maiden status here in race number 1. 4 minutes to get your bets on in the Lakes Electrical Distributors Kalgoorlie maiden.
Okay, runners behind the line here for the running of race number 1. It's the Lakes Electrical Distributors Kalgoorlie maiden, field of 7 to go over the short course, 1100 metres ahead of them. It's number 5, Bronte's Dream, who continues to be the recipient of some good backing into 165 now fixed. Bronte's Dream, Chanel Cooper takes 3 off the mare's back today. Of the others, well thought of, Brazen Empress, and now stablemate to Bronte's Dream at $4, just ticks over to $4.20. Royal Accolade, new to the Josh Brown stable at $6. So they are basically holding the weight of money in the market. It's all Bronte's Dream, however, 165, the 1100 metres. Should suit her down to the ground today based on her effort last start over the 1200. Of course, today is the Boulder Rotary Peter Palmer Memorial Race Day. That's race 5 on the card. And to all those Rotarians and supporters on course, hopefully you find a few winners and have a great day out at the KBRC. The first of our runners coming forward, Excellentia. Christy Bennett in the saddle. Here comes Brazen Empress. So Brazen Empress goes forward. Tash Faithfull to ride her today. So Mariah to join the line. First run for Brett Drury, former Mitch Pateman trained galloper. As Royal Accolade's going to come forward, another one debuting for a new trainer in the form of Josh Brown. Kelly Grantham previously had this galloper. Bronte's Dream goes forward now. So a couple to come forward, including Justinian from the Gary Bowen stable, and also well back behind the lines is 50 Words. So 5 locked away, 2 to come forward to kick us off on this Rotary Club of Boulder race day. So Justinian, the outsider of the field at 50 to 1. Meantime, the rider of 50 Words, Lisa Staples, has dismounted. So 50 Words to come up riderless. 165, Bronte's Dream. Thanks, Stu. Yes, runners coming forward well here as Tab Radio join the broadcast. 50 Words goes forward riderless. So we just await Justinian to come forward. And we'll be set at the 1100 for the Lakes Electrical. Stand by, race number 1 from Kalgoorlie. Ready to go, the short course ahead of them, the 1100 metres to kick us off, and the gates fly back, perfect line now. 50 Words just restrained to the tail after the start. Justinian going back with early speed. It was Bronte's Dream. So Bronte's Dream goes to the front. Excellentia, the grey, kicking up to be prominent as well. They were being followed next of all by Brazen Empress, the outside, being trailed by Royal Accolade, 4th in the clear. A further 2 then to Mariah with Justinian at the tail. It's 50 Words. So they're onto the side of the course, 600 metres to run, and it's Bronte's Dream, this 165 favourite, held together, leads out by a length. Running second, Brazen Empress, then we had Excellentia down on the fence. 4th, the outside, Royal Accolade travelling sweetly. They were followed by Mariah, Justinian, and last of the 7, it's 50 Words on the point of the turn as they come into the straight, and it's Bronte's Dream who shows the way. Brazen Empress laying down the challenge the outside. Then we had Royal Accolade who's starting to lengthen nicely. It's Bronte's Dream with a furlong to run, but here comes the company, Brazen Empress, and on the outside, Royal Accolade. Bronte's Dream just in front. Gobbled up now, Brazen Empress and also Royal Accolade. They hit it, give it to the inside. Brazen Empress a nose. Brazen Empress a nose, Royal Accolade. Bronte's Dream third. They were followed in by Mariah. Then we had 50 Words, a big break then to Excellentia, and last in Justinian. Number 6 goes into the frame. Number 6, Brazen Empress. 6, your winner. Brazen Empress defeats the 2, Royal Accolade. 5 gets third. That's Bronte's Dream. She looked in trouble with 100 to run. They were taking ground off her slowly. But the main prize will go to the stablemate. First run for Peter Fernie today, Brazen Empress. So Brazen Empress, Pete Fernie and Natasha Faithfull combining to take out the Lakes Electrical Distributors Kalgoorlie maiden. And did look a picture going to the barrier, this former Granton Alama Williams trained filly who breaks through today at start number 8. Had to fight for that because Royal Accolade, the outside, was laying down the challenge. They've gone to a lock together, but the margin will go the way of 6, Brazen Empress. By Safeguard from Paris Memory, owned by the Gold Light Nominees Proprietary Limited Syndicate, managed by Jay Cheatham. Peter Fernie, the trainer, Tash Faithfull, the winning rider. Second in was the 2, Royal Accolade for Josh Brown, Paddy Carberry. In the saddle by Reward for Effort from Crystal Castles, owned by the Josh Brown Racing Syndicate. Also Jay Somerville and Chelsea Forder. Third in was the 5, Bronte's Dream for Peter Fernie and Chanel Cooper. By Dream Ahead from Crown Saga, owned by Enter Philly, Mrs. T to Philly, and also Sue Stewart. And 7 gets 4th, Moriah for Brett Drury and Lucy Fiore. So numbers 6, 2, 5, 7 after the running of race number 1. Those numbers currently interim. Race 2 is next, the Fiesta Canvas Handicap over the 1100 metres. And a field of 7 to go around again. Your early favourite is the 4, Twist of Gold at 2.20. It's been well supported in the lead up to this race. Celestial Fox likewise into $3.50. Wanna Cracker $4.40. So a host of chances in race number 2. In the meantime, the winner comes back into the enclosure, and that is Brazen Empress after taking out race number 1, 6, 2, 5, 7.